In the fuel market to competition to reduce the strategic importance of oil and the ability of oil price spikes to wreak havoc on our economy, there is a bill called the Open Fuel Standard Act, introduced by Congressman Shimkus and Congressman Engel, that are right here to make a few opening comments. And the focus of the bill is ensuring that new cars enable fuel competition of some sort. After the congressmen say their words, we're going to turn to our panel of speakers, and I'll introduce them after the congressman.
My name is Wes Clark. I retired in 2000 as NATO Supreme Allied Commander. I'm co-chairman of Growth Energy, which is the largest association of ethanol producers in the country. But more than that, I'm a person who's dedicated his life to national security and the well-being of the United States of America. And I want to say first that I'm very proud to be associated with Congressman Shimkus and Congressman Engel and Congressman Bartlett, and with Robert and Frank and Jim up here on this panel. Because when we're dealing with energy policy, we're dealing with the essence of national security policy in the 21st century. If we don't get our energy policy right, all the strength of the United States Armed Forces won't be enough to keep America safe and strong in the world. We're looking at 42 years of tragic policy failure. Since the day when the United States became an oil importing country until this day in February of 2012, we've spent trillions of dollars, paid thousands of lives, given up billions and billions of dollars every year in foreign accounts deficit. We've funded dictators and corruption and enemies of the United States. We've turned over the hard-won treasure and earned income of Americans to those who don't have our country's best interest at heart. There hasn't been anything like this since maybe Rome's failure to protect its own agricultural industry, its outsourcing and destruction of its yeomanry on the Italian peninsula 2,000 years ago. It's been terrible for the United States of America. We knew it at the time. We knew it would distort American foreign policy. We knew it would cause additional military expenditures. We knew we would eventually put troops and fight wars to protect foreign sources of energy. But nobody writing in the early 1970s would have believed how far it's gone over these 40 years. They wouldn't have believed Iraq and Afghanistan and improvised explosive devices and what's happening now with Iran and the rising price of fuel. Make no mistake about it. If we want to keep America strong, we have to fix our energy policy. Why haven't we fixed it? Because the various participants in this marketplace see it as a zero-sum game. They fight against each other. Oil against gas, oil and gas against biofuels, one biofuel against another. We can't have that and have a strong America. That's why I'm so proud to be with this bipartisan effort that cuts across parties, cuts across industries, cuts across states, cuts across interest groups, and brings Americans together. This is our country's future. Now this year, we're importing about 9 million barrels of oil a day. As Robert said, it's maybe $500 billion a year of lost income. We're exporting a little bit. Okay, call it 300, 350 billion. It's more than $1,000 for every man, woman, and child in America. More than $1,000 for every man, woman, and child in America. And we had a big fight in this Congress about what to do about withholding. And it was going to bring families a few $100s a year. And we can't come together on this. That's our money. We have to take it back. And to do it, we have to have unified, bipartisan leadership from the United States government. We need this open fuel standard, and we need it now. All the technology is present. We can become energy independent. Maybe we couldn't in 1970. I don't know. But we can do it now. With oil over $100 a barrel, Wall Street can make billions of dollars just investing in America. Yes, we're going to drill some more. Yes, we're going to find natural gas. Yes, we're going to take natural gas and put it in cars. We can compress it. We can liquefy it. We can convert it to liquid. We can we can use coal and convert that to liquid. We can develop advanced drop-in biofuels. We can develop advanced biofuels. We can use methanol. We can use ethanol right now. We're producing 900,000 barrels a day of ethanol. It's 75 cents a gallon cheaper than gasoline. Now we've just, after a 3-year fight, won approval to go to E15. We just got that approval. The marketplace got adopted. It'll save the consumer a nickel a gallon. It'll save America another 400,000 barrels a day of imported oil. It's important. Every $10 billion we keep in this economy is more jobs for America. Now, Robert said that if we could save that money, we create 4 million jobs at $100,000 a year. And I appreciate what Robert said, but I think he's from the East Coast somewhere. I'm from Arkansas, and we don't make $100,000 a year in Arkansas. Our families are lucky if they're making $40,000 a year in Arkansas. So we're not talking about 4 million jobs, we're talking about 10 million jobs. That's right, 10 million jobs. And you put the tax revenue on top of that, you're talking about investing in America's infrastructure, sending kids to college, fixing highways, repairing airports. You're talking about getting this country moving again. In the 21st century, it's not enough to have a strong military. It's not enough to have nuclear deterrence. It's not enough even to have the best special forces in the world. And if you haven't seen that new movie on Valor, starring the U.S. Navy SEALs, you got to see it. It's great. Nobody else in the world can do that, but it's not enough. We have to have a growing economy. And to do that, we've got to take back control of our energy policy. We've got to work together. We've got to get this open fuel standard in. There's plenty of money on Wall Street to pay for it. All they're waiting for is a signal of government intent. That money will come into blender pumps. It'll put E85 and M85 right out there. It'll flow into advanced biofuels. It'll put in coal to liquid and gas to liquid plants, just like that. Once Wall Street believes that Washington is serious about wanting to correct a tragically misguided failure of over 4 decades of standing. That's a tall order for our leaders on the Hill. And ladies and gentlemen, it can't be done without all of your help. This is a nationwide effort to mobilize American public opinion to take back control of America's future. It starts with energy. If we fix this, our economy will grow. If we fix this, we'll create jobs. If we fix this, we'll have a secure future. It's up to us, and I think together we can do it. Thank you.
Thank you.